that a lo mejor you don't talk to anymore, or anyone that like, ¿qué se cree está haciendo esto? And maybe you got a little bit of hate on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely have gotten a lot of hate for it, even from people that disguised themselves behind the screen and became bullies,
Ooh, okay.
keyboard warriors. I later found out who it was.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Porque
okay.
todo sale al aire.
Siento que estamos acá en Ventaneando or
¿Verdad?
something. Oh my God, that's so
¿Dónde está el
good.
cabecito?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did, and it was very ugly. And you know what? It's very sad because
Was it a close person, family member, or friend, or someone that you, pues, of course,
it is
knew?
somebody
Yeah.
that I know, but it's somebody that I don't talk to. So they knew every single aspect of my life. O sea, literalmente todo de mi vida. They had been stalking me for, I want to say, at least 10 years.
What?
Even before I had like this social media and all now. I'm telling you, I would post like my makeup and stuff and my kids and whatnot. And even back then, now that I know who it is, things just started clicking and I'm like, oh, it was that account. That account was the one that, damn.
What was it? Negative comments? Was it, what was it?
Very ugly stuff. Very
Ugly
ugly stuff. Yeah, very ugly. Like,
How did you deal with that at that, like right now, because of course it's easy to talk about it now that you know the person, it seems there's closure there, but how did you deal with that at that moment? Like you posting something personal, I don't know what it was, but like getting that hate, what was that process like?
It was so weird. It was a YouTube video. It was all on YouTube. That's where it started.
Okay.
And I'm sure you've seen obviously this is on YouTube. The YouTube bar is literally this big, right? For the comment. And it says add a comment. O sea, está chiquito la barrita. The comments were literally this long.
Like
multiple. O sea, no nomás un párrafo. O sea, eran diferentes comentarios en diferentes videos.
Very personal about you.
Very personal stuff that I was like, who the hell is this? O sea, and take your kids back to Mexico and I'm going to call Trump. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm not even from Mexico. Like, o sea, mis papás nacieron en México y con mucha honra. Pero yo no. O sea, this is somebody that knows me, but doesn't know me that well. So I was like, who the fuck?
How long did you deal with this? You said, looking back 10 years... Pero was...
So the ugly comments started... I started my channel in February of 2017. They started like around March of that year. So I knew that putting myself out there on YouTube was going to bring hate because obviously that's what YouTube is known for now, especially now.
We'll talk about hate in a second, by the way.
Sí.
Hello?
But I didn't expect it to come so soon and I didn't expect it to be so personal. That was what bothered me, that it was so personal. The comments were so personal, talking about my kids and their name, not their names, but how many kids I had, saying that they know where I live and that they know everything about me and that I might not even know who they are, that they might be a family friend and you have no idea who you are because you're so stupid. And I was like, who is this? For years. And it went on for months. And I would delete it.
How did you process all this? Porque
well, I would read the messages.
You would block it, delete it, I'm sure. Pero luego?
Sí. I mean, I would read it and I'd be like, well, trying to analyze it. Like, who is this? Like, it has to be somebody that I know. And my brain would just kind of like a Rolodex, you know, kind of going through all of my family, friends, close people. Like, could it be this person? No, but I don't think they would be. I mean, these were mean, very mean, very, very mean and degrading comments.
Wow.
Criticizing my face, criticizing everything about me, everything. It was so ugly.
Did it ever get to a point that you wanted to maybe like quit your videos?
No, absolutely not. No, because I knew that this was somebody that I knew and somebody that was doing it on purpose to tear me down, to make me stop what I was doing. And I'm the kind of person that's like, no, hell no. Si algún día termino de hacer lo que estoy haciendo es porque yo quiero terminar de hacer lo que yo estoy haciendo. Like, nobody else is going to make me or force me to stop doing whatever it is that I love to do. Wow. So I would block and delete, and screenshot everything. I reported it to the police, as a matter of fact. Endless accounts. I'm not joking, Eli. It must have been about 20 fake accounts.
Wow.
In the course of... That was since 2017 and it stopped in 2019, I think. 2020 was the last time I got an ugly message like that.
Okay. Now, are you able to share how you found out who it was?
Sure. Why not?
Go for it.
So I found out because so it was weird how I found out. There was this one account on Instagram that would follow me and they would post nothing but product shots. And I'd be like, who the hell is this? And it says it's from El Paso. And they had like 16,000 followers. Who the hell is this? And I originally thought it was one of my friends. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, is this your account? Like, do you have it? No, dude, like that's not my account. I don't even use that brand. Like that brand is ugly. Okay. Yeah, sí lo dejé. And I picked that up like years ago. That account, I noticed it years ago. And I noticed that they never liked any of my stuff. But I noticed that they were the first to see my stories and how you could see your stories and who sees it. And I'm like, okay, well, así que quede. Like, they're not doing any harm. So fast forward to 2020. One of the many ventures of my husband and I is doing shows. We used to do shows back in the day. We used to throw raves.
We're going to talk about that, by the way.
And so in 2020, we kind of had like the little worm of doing it. And we wanted to invest in a show. So we did. Long story short, we were meeting with the bar owner where we were going to host the event. And he was like, you know what, guys, I'm very upset. This was in July of last year. COVID is about to shut the city down again. Okay. But we didn't know that. I'm very upset. Like I got tagged on this post on Instagram from this account, and my husband and I looked at each other. And he's like, it seems like it's somebody of great influence because they have 16,000 followers. And I was like, that account has 16,000 followers. For some reason, like it took me to that account, and I said, can I see the message? And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? And he pulls it up, and my heart sank to my floor because that specific account was just talking down on our show that esta gente nomás hace lo que quiere.
Pero me go back. That most likely me perdí yo.
Sí.
Okay, so you're into the promoting whichever event, but then this person is the bar owner. They said, no, we're not going to host it.
No, he said it's fine. But
okay, and then ¿cómo salió ese mensaje that he got again?
So he was all for the show, right?
Uh-huh.
But he was getting worried because he said that this person of great influence is making posts on Instagram talking down on the show, and he's like, and it's gonna look bad on my establishment.
Okay. Not specifically to you, talking down on that show. I mean, on that bar that they were gonna have that show.
No, not on the bar, on the show in itself. So what this person did is they took a screenshot of one of my promotion posts for the show, and they kind of they literally crossed out my name, but it was my post. It was my post. Yeah. And instead of tagging me, they tagged the location, the venue, and they tagged somebody else. So that's why the venue was worried about it. So
this person's talking to you about it. You check that account, and it's the same account.
And it's the same account. So my husband and I are sitting next to each other, and I asked the bar owner, I said, can I see the message? Like, I'm curious because I'm not to be, echándole tacos, crema los tacos, pero pues yo también tengo una cuenta grande en Instagram, so I wonder who it is. Is it from El Paso? Yeah, it says it's from El Paso. So I see it, and I was like, what the hell? It's that account. Like, to myself, I'm like, it's that account that I've always wondered who the hell it is. And my husband looks at me, and he's like, do you know who it is? And I said, honestly, I don't know who it is, but I have had my suspicions about this account. Can you send it to me? So he sends it to me so that I can go back home and analyze the account, and I did. Obviously, that post was from like past 24 hours ago, so it wasn't on there anymore. So I was like, who is this? And I was trying to figure out who it is. I couldn't figure out because they never post pictures of themselves. And I left it like that. That was in July. I was pissed, though, because they were messing with my money, essentially, telling people not to go.
And now you're saying this is personal in a way. I mean, you can't confirm it, pero ya ahorita like, okay, there's something. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And my husband was even more upset because one thing is, both of us, it's like, you don't mess with our money. So he's like, who the is this? And I'm like, I don't know, but we'll get to the bottom of it. Either way, it's going to come out.
Yeah.
You never underestimate the power of karma, for sure. And that was in July. A month later, my daughter comes home from being over at her dad's house. Okay. And his girlfriend, he's been with her for about, I'd say about 10, 12 years. I know who she is only because we went to high school together, but I have never seen her. She's never gotten down and said, thank you for letting her come out. Never that type of relationship. And she's like, hey, I'm a little confused. She's like, I think she has like an Instagram. Like, I think it's pretty popular. And I said, why do you say that? And she's like, well, because she has like so much skincare. And I was like, skincare?
Oh.
And she's like, it's so much. She's like, mommy, it's so much. Like, it's taking up the whole bathroom. And I was like, are you kidding me? And she's like, no, why? And I was like, no, it's okay. So I went on my phone and I looked up the account. And I called her back. She went to go put her stuff down or whatever. And I was like, Natalia, come here. Look at this account. Does any of that look familiar? And she's like, no. And I was like, what? And she's like, oh, that is her. That's her account. Like, this is what she does and blah, 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 blah. Because there was like a bio. It wasn't a selfie, but it was like a bio of the person. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure that is, who we think it is? And she's like, I'm positive it's her. And all hell broke loose. It was her all along. The YouTube videos, the comments.
Veme cómo estoy ahorita.
Mm-hmm. I was enraged. My whole life,
Do you feel relieved a little bit? Like, yeah, finally I found this person?
I felt relieved, but I felt so deceived. I felt so violated because I go back and everything just kind of flashed and I'm like, this is the same account that has seen all of my life, everything, the inside of my house, my bathroom, my floors, everything, because I share everything,
Wow.
And yet this person has never had the decency to even look at me in the face in person when I'm dropping off my daughter or when I'm getting her back from them. And it just, it made me feel so violated, and my daughter too. She felt so bad.
I can't. I'm not gonna go there, but I can just imagine again having to deal with those situations.
Mm-hmm.
¿Cuándo fue esto? Just to take me back.
Just recently in August, September of 2020.
Last year, apenas.
Couple months ago.
Wow.
And yo no me quedo con la boca callada. Like, if something like that's gonna happen,
I'm sure it was a big deal, right?
And you're gonna mess with my kids, importantly, because what was the intention? You don't talk to me in person.
Yeah.
But what's your intention? Like, why are you spying on my life?
For years, it's not.
For so long. So I sent this person a DM before blocking them. And I sent, very nice. I said, it's very unfortunate. And I posted all of this online, actually. It's still there. I don't care. It's still
okay,
there.
Good. Oh, then I have so many follow-up questions.
Yeah, you have to go into my Instagram. So I said, you know what? It's very unfortunate that this is happening. Had I known that it was you, we could have had a very different relationship as a co-parenting thing. Like, this is, like, we have so many similarities. Obviously, you like things that I like too. This could have had a very different approach. And it's so sad to see that an educated person, because they